What's up guys, at the warehouse again today. I finally was able to bring the E36 even though it was super cold this morning, but today I'm finally going to install that axle so I can get rid of that clicking annoying sound. And then I also got some cool pedals to install, and I think I want to play with the two-step today and fine-tune it for the open house so I can make sure that I win that two-step competition. I finally got some of these cool aluminum pedals with the rubber grips, so I can add a little bit to the look inside the car and give it that little race car feel, I guess. Let's see how hard these are to install. Then I'm gonna surprise the guys because I made my own very first home-style cornbread for the holidays. So I'm gonna be sharing that with the guys later. Hopefully they like it. Took a little bite because it was pretty delicious and I couldn't help myself, but I had to make sure that was good before bringing it over. I also started doing my own decoration at the shop, so I got all these goodies over here. I got these springs that came out of the E92 or E90, Adam's BMW. And then I got this cool GK Tech billet aluminum purple anodized differential cover. I got my bicycle piston installed stuff. And last but not least, I Garrett turbocharger housing. This is so exciting. It's actually my very first time putting my car at the new shop's lift. I haven't gotten to do that yet, so I'm very excited now that we got the cool toolboxes and everything is clean. I just recently mopped the floor because I had a little spill over there, so I'm waiting for that to dry so I can pull the car in. I got a bunch of goodies here. I wonder if I should stay with my R34 tail lights or sell them, and this R33 tail light, if I should give it away or sell it. I also want to get rid of my E36 dot bill wing, and then I have this cool what's the brand, active E36 front strut tower bar that I'm not using. I also want to get rid of that too. I got the car up in the air. I'm going through making sure everything is fine. So I want to change this axle because the axle boot ripped a long time ago and all the grease has been all over the place. So I believe that's been the thing that's causing my ticking on the back as I'm running. This side, the axle's a little loose, so I have to tighten up the bolt because I have a little bit of wheel bearing play. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, definitely gonna hear that. A little bit of play, but it's enough to make some noise, so I gotta get rid of that. I think the front might be a little loose too, just a very tiny bit. But yeah, other than that, this is all good. Angle kit, all the joints are good, everything's working. No major leaks, obviously a little bit of engine oil from the turbo. Then on this side, everything is good as well. Have you guys seen this awesome angle kit? This is the best angle kit that you can get for BMW. It gets you... Oh, I need to change my front tires. Huh. Interesting. That's what happens when you run 4.5 degrees of camber in the front for a daily driving car. Another thing that I will be doing is I'm gonna remove my click tuning front lip. I'm gonna take the vinyl off and I'm gonna drop it off at Guardian Wrap so they can wrap it with the same vivid purple as I have on the E36. So this will not be looking like this for the open house. And it's off. I just need to remove this junky old vinyl from this so I can push fresh vivid purple vinyl on it and match the rest of the car. That's one cool thing about vinyl is that it's pretty simple to undo. Just peel it all out somehow. Easier said than done. Check out over here what my noise seems to be like. It has all this play on the axle, so it's making it like not good. I know my wheel nut bearing is shut. Look, I have no play up and down. Like, look at the nut all the way in there. All the spacer to fit with the wide body. I think I have a little too much because it seems to be rubbing a lot over here. Easiest way to get the axle removed is to pretty much use one of these breaker bars, put an extension on it. I use a pry bar and put it between the studs and hold it against the ground. That way it stops the tire from the hub from spinning, and I can break this loose, which is pretty much what I just did now, but I didn't film it. Here we have the bolts that connect the axle to the differential. These ones are E12 Torx. They're kind of like hard to get to because the rubber boot over here keeps like fighting and getting in the way of the socket and extension. So I just use a short 3/8 extension with a long handle ratchet with the E12 socket, and then it gets them right out. Over here, you guys can appreciate the simplicity of going over to a true coilover setup. It makes a lot of room to work over here. If I had the stock lower control arm, this job will be a lot harder to do. Now that I got all the bolts out, it's time to remove the good old axle. And of course, I think my exhaust is in the way, huh? Great, that's not so cool. That sucks. All right, let's see what I'm gonna do here. Or I can just remove this lower control arm here and then swing it out of the way. Let's see if that will give me enough clearance to remove the axle. Huh, it does not. If I move it up this way. Aha, I think we're getting somewhere. Come on, you can do it. So close, come on. I don't want to take the exhaust off for this. Aha. I need to take this lid off from the axle since the new axle doesn't have one, so I need to use this grease packet, put grease inside of this, and then put the old axle lid back on this one. So to get that off, I'm pretty much just using a flathead screwdriver and a hammer, and it should knock it right off. There we go. So now this axle can go in here. Then I have my lid that I'm gonna put on the new axle after I put grease in it. So we're gonna take our grease packet and try to like just squeeze grease through all the crevices. Like that, you like pretty much find a hole, put grease in there, and it'll like come out the other side. Then pretty much just like try to move this back and forward, make sure the grease flows in every direction. Alright, this is all greased up. The new lid is all clean. I'm using the bolts to make sure that I align the lid properly. And then pretty much tap the lid into place. I managed to put the axle back in. It was just pretty much just reverse all the steps of taking it apart. I already tightened down the inner bolts. Now I have to put this lower control arm back in, and then I gotta tighten the nut over here by the hub. So this arm, pretty simple to put on since you can like flex the whole thing. Gonna get it in place, and then wiggle the things a little bit. There we go. Then I'm gonna tighten it up. And that part is done. Here we go, guys. The car is ready. I fixed the rear. I also ended up trimming the bumper and the fender a little bit because it was scraping really bad. So I took a little bit out. Hopefully it won't rub anymore once I turn the wheel and it compresses. Then I also secured the bumper, put some screws in the front, and then I made a deeper hole for the zip ties on the side, so now it's like a lot more solid. Here's a difference of the stock pedal and the aftermarket one that I'm putting on, but I do need to get some hardware for this, so I can put some self-topper screws and screw it directly into the pedal. That way it doesn't wiggle around, but the bolts that I have are too short. You know, my vinyl was burned, but I noticed this line, and I think my vinyl like cracked. Like this like big line right here. I don't know what happened here. I think the thing just shrunk and cracked or something. Also, I got my front lip right here, so I'm gonna go and take it to garden wrap so I can drop it off over there and they can wrap it up for me so I can then install it right before the open house. It's funny, I have a Lzmfg sticker that sits right underneath the lip. That's where I had put it before, but then I said, oh, I'll just leave it there. Now we got another one and put it over the lip, and then you can see it again. I know it's nighttime now. I finally was able to finish the pedals. I needed to go get some different hardware because the hardware that came with the pedals, I didn't like it too much. So here's the goodies, and this is how they came out. So I got these like better bolts from the hardware store that go all the way through the pedal instead of the little short one that they have. It's the exact same bolt but longer. So it's not like I put like ugly bolt in there. That's what came with it, and that's what I put on there, but better. Now it goes, the pedals go well with my shifter, which is all billet, and everything's nice. I just gotta get a new armrest because mine is like has seen better days. Then the last thing for the day is to grab this bag, which is full of electronics. So I got some spare brand new wire here. I got these window switches and terminals and a heat gun in here and wire strippers and stuff, so I can go wire up the window switches on the 240 before it rains so I can have it ready for the open house. This is what I'm talking about. Look what Tommy ordered me. He got me this big box of shop towels. Now I will not run out of shop towels all the time like before. Tommy, now you just need to get one of those of brake cleaner as well. Alright guys, it's time to end this video. I gotta go home. I gotta go cook some dinner, hopefully edit a video today, and then prepare for tomorrow because the countdown for the open house is real. Thank you guys for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys next time or at the open house.